Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you. Today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of August 3rd through August 7th, 2020. Okay, and what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame just so we can see what happened this past week. Okay, and then I'm going to try to compare that to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly. That way, I give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. Okay, so to begin with, I want to say that most of the currency pairs were in a flat range of market. Okay, everything is like in gridlock right now, as all currency pairs are reeling to try to recover from this coronavirus pandemic. Right, so that's pretty much what I predicted last week, and it has continued to be in a flat range of market. Now there are some trends that are starting to develop, and I will point that out here in a minute. All right. So first of all, let's look at Euro USD. Okay. Euro USD, we see right here that the price did slowly rise for most of the week. On Friday, we hit a pretty strong level of resistance, and it's slowly trickling down now. Okay. Now the question is, will this continue to drop or will it spike back up? We don't know. Okay. And to tell, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay. Now, if you see here on the 4-hour chart, we have a very strong signal to sell. Okay. So, in my prediction that this will continue to drop for most of the week. All right. Now, if we look at the daily chart, again, we have a strong signal to sell. So that's a very, very good indication that yes, this is going to be dropping for most of this week, probably going into the next couple weeks. All right. If we look at the weekly chart, again, we got a very strong signal to sell on the weekly chart. So that is very good news that we could sell and hold for long term. Okay, as you can see, it's already dropping, right? Even on the weekly chart. So what I would recommend this week is use a 5-minute chart to trade. Okay, but only trade with sell signals. Okay, if you look at the 5-minute chart, all right, we had a signal to sell. What you want to do is place a trade on the red arrows and close on the blue arrows. Okay, and even right here, you know, if you were to sell here and close here, you'd have 1,300 pips in profit. Okay, so that's pretty good profit. So you get at least 1,000 pips or points in between travel. Now look right here, you got a blue arrow, but it hasn't really gone back up, has it? So my guess is that in the beginning of the market open on Monday, this will spike back up, and it won't go up much, but it'll go up some and form another red arrow. When you get the next red arrow, sell. Okay, and then wait for the blue arrow to close. Okay, very, very good strategy. That's all you have to do this week. I don't know exactly how many trade opportunities you'll have, but follow that pattern and you'll be perfect. Do not buy this week. Okay, now moving on to Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, again, we see everything was in pretty much a flat range of market. The price did spike up and hit this high point on Friday and is retracing, coming back down. All right, now the question is, obviously, is it going to continue to go down or is it going to go back up? You see it hit this flat spot right here, and it's just riding sideways right now. All right, at this present point in time. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. All right, again, the 4-hour chart shows this long uptrend for the last several weeks, but we have finally hit what I feel is a strong level of resistance and should be continuing to drop for most of this week. Now we have right in here, the price is kind of stuck right now at this strong level of support, even though it's not marked. It's probably marked on the 5-minute chart. But again, what you want to do is place your charts on a 5-minute time frame and only look for sell opportunities or red arrows. Okay, so again, right here we have a blue arrow, and it looks like it's slowly starting to come back up. So what I would recommend is simply wait for the next red arrow, place your trade, and close on the next blue arrow. Okay, same strategy, right? And let's look at GBP USD. Okay, Great British Pound versus the US dollar. Again, we see a nice steady uptrend for most of the week, and then Friday we topped out and it's already starting to come back down. So will it keep going up? I have a strong feeling it will. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, the 4-hour chart shows the drop, the daily chart shows the drop, and the weekly chart shows the go up. Okay, but based on what the 4-hour and daily chart show, I have a very strong feeling this is going to be dropping for most of this week. Okay, so again, put your charts on a 5-minute time frame, look for sell opportunities only, and close on the next blue arrow. So again, like here, you see the blue arrow. It hasn't really gone up, has it? So hopefully in the beginning of the week you will see this retracing come back up, form a red arrow, and then you can sell. Okay, now let's look here at USD CHF. Okay, US dollar versus the Swiss franc. If the Euro USD, Pound USD, AUD USD, all those have been slowly going up and then retracing back down, US dollar is going to do the exact opposite. Okay, so as you can see here, we had a slow and steady downtrend all week. It hit a strong level of support, and now it's bouncing back up. All right, so question is, will it continue to go up? Okay, and if we look here on the 4-hour chart, I would say yes. Okay, this should be continuing to go up for most of the week. If we look at the daily chart, again, we have a very strong level of support showing the buy. Okay, and the price did drop quite a bit, and that kind of sucked for a lot of people. Okay, but good news is that it's finally coming back up. Okay, and if we look at the weekly chart even, okay, we hit a very, very low level. Okay, price US dollar dropped quite a bit, mainly due to the coronavirus and the high unemployment, but that's okay. Everything that goes up must come down, and vice versa. So this hit a strong level of support and should be going up probably for the next couple of weeks. Okay, slowly but surely. So again, for this one, since the 4-hour chart shows the buy, I would put your charts on a 5-minute time frame and look for buy opportunities only. Okay, so here we have a red arrow to sell. Okay, so just wait until it drops and you get a blue arrow and then buy. Okay, and close on the next red arrow. Okay, very, very simple. If you look here, the next one is US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, this is kind of a unique pair because these follow almost the same patterns. Okay, now when you put US dollar and Canadian dollar together, they have a really tight gridlock, and you see here that the price is pretty much in a flat range of market, where the price ended at almost exactly where it began. Right, so that's okay if you want to trade on a 30-minute or even 15-minute chart. Trade from arrow to arrow, like I said last week, that's excellent, right? But right now the price shows the drop, but it hasn't dropped that much, and US dollar is starting to rebound and come back up. So the question is, will it be going back up? Well, this pair we don't know. Okay, it's kind of difficult to tell, but with the 4-hour chart we showed the buy. Okay, so we already hit a strong level of support previously, and the price has been kind of slowly going up, right? And if we look at the daily chart, we have this strong level of support here, and the price never really rebounded and came back up. All right, it's been fighting to go up, but it hasn't really done that. And if we look at the weekly chart, of course, that one shows the sell, and it's been showing the sell for quite some time. But what I think, at least for this week, I think the price will be going up. Okay, because the 4-hour chart and the daily chart show to go up, so we can expect this to be rebounded and come back up for most of this week. Okay, and again, all you got to do is put your charts on a 5-minute time frame and trade only on the blue arrows. Okay, now right now at this present point we have a blue arrow. The price dropped back down, but I would wait in the beginning of the market. I would not place a trade right away, but see if this drops a little bit. Okay, and then if it drops back down to this level of support here, then you can buy. Okay, and I would hold until you get the next red arrow, and just repeat that process. All right. Now let's look at U.S. dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay. Again, pretty much a flat range of market, but kind of odd here. The price spiked up on Friday and hit this level of resistance. Okay. It's not really going down, is it? So I have a feeling it's going to keep going up. Okay. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart shows yes, this is definitely going to be going up. If you look at the daily chart shows yes, this is definitely going to be going up, and the weekly chart as well. Okay. So all indicators are pointing up for the US dollar Japanese yen. So all you got to do is put your chart on a 5-minute time frame, and as you guessed, look for buy opportunities only. Okay. So right now we have a red arrow. Obviously it didn't drop that much, but we can expect this to drop some in the beginning of Monday, and it's going to drop a ways and then form a blue arrow, and at that time you can go ahead and buy and close an opposite red arrow. Okay, so very, very simple, right? So anyhow, that's my weekly trade predictions for this week. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments about this particular trade prediction, or if you have any other currency pair that you want me to look at or examine. I'd be more than happy. Just contact me on Facebook. There is a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Also, there is a link for my private Facebook group, and you can post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. This way, myself and other traders, we can all collaborate as a team and have an open discussion about this. Okay? So I look forward to helping you. Thank you and have a wonderful week.